Good afternoon and welcome to the Rockefeller Oval. Here in Yonkers, New York for this afternoon's game between the Philadelphia Brown Trousers and the New York Haberdashers. At this time, we would like to introduce the starting lineup and batting order of the visiting Philadelphia Brown Trousers. Batting first, the right fielder, number 11, Hogue Wilson. Batting second, the center fielder, number 48, Greep Barlow. Batting third, the shortstop, number 4, Mickey Lice. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 2, Murky Goodbar. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 14, Ding Low. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 17, Chunk Dimwitty. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 41, Truss Grumbleson. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 3, Hoonsley Fair. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 57, Shackelford Stanwyck. And let's get those hats in the air. It's hats off to the Haberdashers. Please welcome them as they take the field for this afternoon's game. The center fielder is number 11, Versi Moore. The first baseman, number 28, Moss Wirtz. The left fielder, number 8, Stump Phillips. The right fielder, number 40, Whiny Jagoff. The second baseman, number 46, Boob Jenner. The third baseman, number 6, Foul Ball Duncan. The shortstop, number 16, Stokely Hathaway. The catcher, number 19, Dip Hurls. And taking the mound, the starting pitcher for the New York Haberdashers, number 36, Rasmus Auction.
Good afternoon to you. My name is Scooch Closer. This is Radio WJZ, New York's only home for endless wet jazz, and of course, New York's only home for the New York Haberdashers and their Continental League season here in 1920. We are here at the Rockefeller Oval in Yonkers, New York. Beautiful Yonkers, New York. Beautiful day here at the Rockefeller Oval. For game 36 of this 84-game Continental League season, Hogue Wilson, the leadoff batsman for the Philadelphia Brown Trousers, goes 0-2 before popping it up right into the air and in foul territory for Dip Hurls for out number 1. Brings us to Greep Barlow, who's batting .309. Fouls off the first pitch. Facing Rasmus Auction at the mound today for the Haberdashers. 4-2 decisions so far, an ERA of 3.77. 18 strikeouts in his 8 starts. This is start number 9 for him. He's pitched just under 60 innings, and he's going to ground that one right to foul ball Duncan's. Throw in time to Moss Wirtz for out number 2. Up the plate right now is Mickey Lice. Gonna smash that one right into the glove of Whiny Jagoff. And a 1-2-3 inning to get things going for the Haberdashers, bringing them to the plate. And taking the mound today is a debuting Continental League pitcher for the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. Of course, we add our condolences to the untimely death of Mr. Hash Buffims, who unfortunately passed away on the 21st due to a line drive right to his sternum. And he did pass away shortly after being treated. A memorial ham has been sent to the Philadelphia Brown Trousers as customary, and a memorial will be built in the outfield for him at 30th Street Park. But opportunity for Mr. Shackelford Stanwyck, a former Nashville Fire pitcher, as he faces Moss Wirtz, who he's actually must have faced in the nursery league. Moss Wirtz is a former Charleston pro who's going to strike out. And he faces Stump Phillips, as that is out number 1. So Stanwyck gets his first strikeout of the Continental League season, and he's going to let Tom Phillips take him to industry. Well, he welcomes him to the Continental League by giving up a home run. Well, I was going to say, Shackelford Stanwyck struck out 19 in his 5 games at the National Fire. He struck out 1 so far. He's also allowed 1 home run today. That is going to be Hogue Wilson getting out number 2 from a whiny Jagoff. But it does mean that it is 2-0 in favor of the Haberdashers. Boob Jenner taking the plate right now. With 2 outs, Jenner is batting .358. He's going to be on with a single. And Stanwyck is, well, a bit trial by fire, perhaps. He is being thrown right into it, facing a very competitive batting lineup. Of course, Philadelphia coming to this game 19-16, New York 18-17. Philadelphia has gone on a tear after really a slow start to the season, as Duncans will ground it out to Poonsley Fair, throw to Goodbar in time, but not before 2 big runs are scored. It is 2-0 after 1 in favor of the Haberdashers. Murky Goodbar starts things off, the first baseman and former Haberdasher. So he is greeted in a way that you would expect a former player who has switched to the opposing team is greeted here at the Rockefeller Oval, which of course is with courtesy and welcoming, and perhaps a fruit basket. Not from us, but perhaps somebody, I don't know. He does, of course, he's greeted by fouling it out up into the air and out for out number 1. Percy Moore is under that one, getting ding low for out number 2. And Rasmus Auctions, a bit of a groin adjustment. Perhaps showing off his virility to the batsman. Chuck Dimwitty, who did not seem to take too kindly to it. He's going to round it right up the middle for the first hit of the game. And he's on with a single. Chunk Dimwitty batting .390 for the brown trousers. He's kind of usurped the position from Bent Wildly at third base. And Boob Jenner's going to grab that one right from Truss Grundleson, throw it to first. Moss Wirtz with the catch, and that will retire the side. So 1 hit, 1 stranded. And we go to the bottom of the second with Stokely Hathaway. And Hathaway, who's only batting .288 this season, is going to be on with a single. Haberdashers with an opportunity to tie Philadelphia today at 19-16. Well, I guess it'd be 19-17, beg your pardon. And that would put them, 4 games, put them 4.5 games behind the league-leading New Ohio Debonaires. That would drop them right above the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, or tie them with them, I guess, at this point, and it would put a 3-way tie for second place. We'll go right to Poonsley Fair. And Rasmus Auctions with that pop-up, and we go back to Versi Moore at the top of the order. Versi Moore hits it high. Oh, mercy, it's Versi. A home run to industry. Versi Moore sends it skyward and makes it 4-0 in favor of the Haberdashers. Versi Moore, home run number 5 of the season for him. And it's followed up with Moss Wirtz lining it right out to Mickey Lice. But after 2 innings, we head to the top of the third. It is 4-0 in favor of the Haberdashers. Rasmus Auctions gets the first out. That's Poonsley Fair. He's off a bounced off the glove of foul ball Duncans, but Stokely Hathaway was right there. The ricochet was a bit fortunate, but throw in time. This is Stanwyck, who's going to, that was misfielded by Jenner, gets the out anyway, and avoids an error. Getting Shackelford Stanwyck making his debut here in the Continental League. And Hogue Wilson will go 0 for 2 by grounding out. So a 1-2-3 inning yet again for the Philadelphia Brown Trousers as Rasmus Auctions continues to pitch a very good game today. And Stump Phillips hit the home run in the first inning. He's going to be on with a single, so 2 for 2 for him, bringing us to Whitey Jagoff. Jagoff hits it high, but not far enough, and it goes right to the glove of Reed Barlow for out number 1. Jagoff, strangely enough, 0 for 2 today. He's batting .395 this season, so Stanwyck at least is keeping him. And Boop Jenner will foul that one out into the glove of Murky Goodbar, his former teammate, for out number 2. This brings us to foul ball Duncans. Already facing an 0-2 count with 2 outs. And he gets him grounding out to Mickey Lice, throws very much in time for out number 3. So it strands Stump Phillips. And at the end of 3, it is now 4-0 in favor of the New York Haberdashers. You are listening to Radio WJZ, New York's only home for endless wet jazz. My name is Scooch Closer. And this is New York Haberdashers baseball. Top of the 4th right now, New York up 4-0 against the Philadelphia Brown Trousers in a game where a win for the Dashers will put them tying with the Brown Trousers for second place in the Continental League. Hathaway gets that one. And that was Mickey Lice grounding out. So 0 for 2 for him. And right to the glove of Auctions. Well, my goodness, I must say, that catch is worth a salt. Which is why it's brought to you by Salt, the seasoning craze that is sweeping the nation. Do look for it on menus wherever salt is sold. You can try it on anything. Just follow the deer and you'll find salt. Well, we've already missed the first out of the bottom of the 4th, as that was. Stokely Hathaway grounding that one out. Here is Dip Pearl. Facing an 0-2 count already, fouling that one off. Yet another foul. Shackelford Stanwyck already at 37 pitches here in the bottom of the 4th. Not too bad, unfortunately. He has allowed 2 home runs. Hopefully he can get the nerves out of his system. You don't want to see that young rookie pitcher. And he's going to get his 2nd Continental League strikeout of Dip Pearls. So that brings up Rasmus Auctions. And Stanwyck has quite the... It's amazing that no one picked him up in the offseason after his nursery league performance, as he does get Auctions to ground out for a 1-2-3 inning. Shackelford Stanwyck, 4-1 on decisions in his 5 games that he started. Pitched 40 innings, so he goes on average 8 innings. An ERA of 3.35, a whip of 107, opposing batting average 273, only allowed 4 home runs, struck out 19 in 5 games. Very impressive, I must say that is very impressive. Ding Low is going to fly that one out to Whitey Jagoff for out number 1. And here on the top of the 5th, it is that was Ding Low. It is Chunk Dimwitty. Rounds that one, diving onto it is foul ball Duncans, throws it in time to Mossworth for out number 2. So Rasmus Auction being very economical in his pitch count. That is pitch number 34 to Truss Grundleson, who hits it high, but maybe not far enough. What to see. Positioning himself at the warning track is Versi Moore to make the catch. So not many pitches at all for Rasmus Auction to get through 5 innings. He averages about 7 to 8 pitches an inning at the moment. He gets Truss Grundleson, bring us to the bottom of the 5th. And it's the top of the order. Versi Moore will fly that one out. And that will be his first out recorded of the day. He's 2 for 2 today, now 2 for 3. Bringing us to Moss Wirtz. And Wirtz is going to ground that one out. Right to Chunk Dimwitty. Throw in time to Murky Goodbar. Well, Stump Phillips hits it high and off the wall. It's going to be extra bases for Phillips. And he is in with a double. 3 for 3 today for Stump Phillips. Double number 11 for him this season. Hit number 58 this season. He is, I believe, last I checked, he is leading the batting in the entire Continental League, as Okwani Jagoff will line that one out and go 0 for 3. So a big, a very opposite sort of reaction there. But Stump Phillips, I dare say it, is a triple away from hitting for the cycle, something I don't believe has ever happened here in the Continental League. I've only heard of it in days of rumors and in lore, and as far as a thing that just supposedly exists. Oh, well, goodness me, well, that might be an error. And congratulations to Shackelford Stanwyck. He might have gotten his first hit of the Continental League career. I'm not certain if that's an error or not, but we'll have to find out in just a moment. He is on first. Hogue Wilson is up to bat. Wilson is 0 for 2 today. He's facing a 3-1 count at the moment. Rasmus Oxen is easily throwing the most pitches that he has all game, as he does allow a hit just between the first and second baseman. It goes all the way to Okwani Jagoff, who fields it, and Hogue Wilson is on with his first hit of the game. Brings the Great Barlow right to the pitcher, and the Fancy Dan to end the inning. That Fancy Dan to end the inning is brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your coif with Fancy Dan, and their assortment of hair products such as gelatin-based treatments, hair lubricants, sculpting epoxies, crimping powder, styling salves, and so much more. Why be a Mitchell when you could be a Fancy Dan? Two outs already for the Haberdashers here in the bottom of the 6th. Stokely out of the way. Up to the plate at the moment. Takes ball 1, 1-1 the count. A foul ball. 1-2. Hathaway has 6 RBIs this season. He's going to hit that one right to the glove of Barlow and retire the side. So after 6, it is 4-0. The Haberdashers maintain their lead due to 2 early 2-run home runs from Versi Moore and Stump Phillips. Rasmus Auctions gets that first one. That is Mickey Lice grounding it right to the pitcher, throwing it right to first base, where Moss Wirtz is able to catch it. Murky Goodbar. Well, again, Murky Goodbar's going to go 0 for 3 today, as is his compatriot Mickey Lice and Greep Barlow before him. So the top of the order really being blanked here by Rasmus Auctions. 2 outs, top of the 7th. He is yet to hit 50 pitches. That is number 48 we just saw for a 2-0 count on Ding Low, who's going to skirt that one right past the diving Stokely Hathaway, and he's on with a single with 2 outs. That's a Ding Low's first hit of the game. And Ding Low, batting .382, has been quiet up until that very moment. That was pitch number 50 in the dirt to Chunk Dimwitty, who had the first hit of the game in the 2nd inning for Philadelphia. Only 4 hits for them all game. He's going to walk Chunk Dimwitty, so it will put runners on 1st and 2nd. And here is the 0-2 Truss Grundlson. Grundlson batting .310, however, 500 with runners in scoring position. He's only going to load the bases with a single to center field, and it brings up Poonsley fair. So getting a bit nervous here, as Poonsley fair represents the tying run in this game here in the top of the 7th. Auctions, however, still pitching rather well, and that is going to be... Is he going to get out of it? Yes, he is! Grounding it out to Mossworth. That is a huge out. Stranding 3. And Dip hurls in the bottom of the 7th, as I think there were a bit of stretching of the stomach muscles there for the Haberdashers fans, as would have potentially been a tie game. But what a defensive play. Good pitching from Rasmus Auctions, who has just been outstanding today. Dip hurls will ground that one out to Murky. Good bop. And to his credit, Chekhov and Stanwyck still through this one. That was pitch number 61. 62 is fouled off to the pitcher, Rasmus Auctions. He fouls again, so 0-2 the count. And he gets him striking out swinging, so that is strikeout number 3 today for Shackelford Stanwyck. There is a lot of promise in this young pitcher. I think Philadelphia has just gotten a very dangerous pitcher to add to their starting rotation, despite that early slump from him. He does give up a double to Versey Moore, who seems to have his number. My goodness. That is hit number 3, and Versey Moore is 3 for 4 today. 2 doubles and a 2-run home run. And he gets Mossworth to hit to industry. Well, yet another 2-run home run. It is 6-0. The New York Haberdashers, with 2 outs, are running away with this one. And that is out number 3. Stump Phillips looking for a triple to hit for the cycle. Lines it right out to Poonsley fair. Mossworth with, well, that will do it for Shackelford Stanwyck. Mossworth hits home run number 7 today, in the season for him. That home run brought to you by Industry brand colognes, perfumes, and fragrances. If it smells good, it must be Industry. And if it's Industry, it must smell good. Found wherever smells are sold. Well, Willie Pregnant is going to hit home run to Industry number 8 for him. My goodness. And it's 7-1. And Rasmus Auctions will stay in this game. He does get Hogue Wilson to ground out. The throw to Wirtz is in plenty of time. So Willie Pregnant hitting a home run, number 8 for him. That is home run number 13 that Rasmus Auctions has allowed this season. He does, however, get Greep Barlow for out number 2, grounding out. Here is Mickey Lice. That's off the glove of Auctions. Izamaya Dunov came in. I believe it says Izamaya Dunov, is that correct? No, it's still Rasmus Auctions, that's what I thought. That's going to be, I believe, an error, and that's going to put Lice on first for his first on base of the game. He gets Murky Goodbar to go 0-4. That will make the New York crowd very happy to see their former player not succeed as he plays for the visiting team. Rasmus Auctions has gone 8 innings. Well, Tiddly Benetti coming in.
Pitches inside.
For Shackelford Stanwyck. Has to face Whiny Jagoff right away. I don't envy him on that one. That is a very difficult batsman when he has not had the best of days today. Whiny Jagoff is 0 for 3.
Your base.
He's going to walk, so that is a bit of a gift for the Dashers, I must admit. As Jagoff has been more of an easy out today. It seems at least Stanwyck had his own. Boop Jenner's going to drop that one in, and he's going to get his second hit of the game. It's going to go for extra bases. That's going to trickle all the way to the wall. Greep Barlow retrieves it, and it's going to be run number 7. So an RBI double for Boob Jenner. That is run batted in, number 28 for him, and it's 7-1. The New York Haberdashers regain their 6-run lead with foul ball Duncan, who's been over 3 today. Oh my goodness, he hits Tiddly Benetti right in the face. Oh my goodness, well that is just awful to see. And Benetti definitely looks hurt, and in comes Vip Cray Cray. So they are definitely carrying off Tiddly Benetti. We'll have to find out what happens to him. That is absolutely awful to see. As Philadelphia, well, I apologize for not calling that action. I did in fact get a Hathaway did hit it to a fielder's choice, and that's going to be Dip Hurls for extra bases. Keeps the runner on third, so that puts Boob Jenner. That puts Stokely Hathaway on third. Dip Hurls on second. And now brings us to Rasmus Auctions, which means he will go for the complete game. We certainly hope not to have any bad news to give you, as Rasmus Auctions will line it out to Coonsley Fair. And Auctions will try to bring an end to this game. Foul Duncans will come out for Trevor Knockmore.
Air ball.
Moving Boob Jenner to third base, Knockmore at second. And Boob Jenner at third has to field the first one from Ding Low for out number 1. And a very good chance they could take this right now. That is right to Stokely Hathaway. Throw, plenty of time to get Chunk Dimwitty for out number 2. And up now is Russ Grundleson with 2 outs. This could be the final out of the game.
Just that.
Rasmus Auctions, that is pitch number 70. It's going to be a single up the middle, right to Versi Moore. And Grundleson is on with his second hit of the game. His second single. And with 70 pitches thrown, here is Poonsley Fair. That's going to just miss a diving Stokely Hathaway, and it's going to be another single for Fair, his first hit of the game. And it's going to bring us to, well, is it going to be Vip Cray Cray? No, it will be Bent Wildly. Who's going to hit that one high into the air, and it's going to drop at the warning track, so that's going to be 2 runs batted in on an RBI double from Bent Wildly, and suddenly, with a runner on and 2 outs, the Philadelphia Brown Trousers are putting a last gasp effort. Hogue Wilson grounds it right to Auctions. Auctions completes the game and preserves the win. Well, huzzah and hurrah. It is, in fact, hats off to the Haberdashers. So the New York Haberdashers get win number 19 of this season. They improved to 19-17, while the Philadelphia Brown Trousers dropped to the exact same record. The final score of this one, the Philadelphia Brown Trousers, 3 runs off 10 hits. The New York Haberdashers, 7 runs off 11 hits. What a game this was, and that, of course, means that the Haberdashers have taken 2 games from this series. And they now move to, well, they are now 4.5 games out of first place, with New Ohio, I understand, playing later today against Boston. I'm very surprised lost. They suffered to Boston. But possibly a chance that all 3 teams, New York, Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh, now tied at 19-17, with Chicago 1 game behind that, and Amalgamated Baseball Holdings a game behind that. So it is very tightly contested, all the way from 2nd all the way down to 6th. With hopefully some team perhaps giving a chase of the New Ohio Debonaires, and we certainly hope it's the New York Haberdashers. The winning pitcher, goodness, it's Rasmus Auctions. Complete game, 3 earned runs. Amazing output from him. No strikeouts, of course, but goodness me, he had a great day. Unfortunately, Shackelford Stanwyck gets his first loss, his first decision of his Continental League career. But bully to him, we expect to see a lot out of that young, promising pitcher. And of course, we thank our friends at the Honeywheat Tobacco Company, bringing you fresh hand-rolled cigarettes grown in the fabled tobacco roads of the Carolinas. They are good to be smoked at any time, whether you are on your way to work, at the office, at a business luncheon, in the middle of a business meeting, at the doctor's office, at home, dinner with your family, or when you're tucking your kids or yourself into bed. Any time is a good time for a Honeywheat cigarette. They bring to you the finest standards of the day, as they do for every game here in the 1920 Continental League season. The third finest standard today goes to Moss Wirtz of the New York Haberdashers, hitting a home run, going 1 for 4 with a 2-run home run hit. Stump Phillips is the second finest standard of the day, going 3 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs. That, of course, is a 2-run home run. But Versi Moore going 3 for 4 with a 2-run home run and 2 doubles. He is the finest dandy of the day, getting a complimentary carton of Honeywheat cigarettes. That is the Honeywheat Tobacco Company bringing you the finest dandies of the day for the entire 1920 Continental League season. They humbly request that you smoke wheat every day. That will do it for us today. That will end the series between the Philadelphia Brown Trousers and the New York Haberdashers. We have a day off before the New York Haberdashers take the road and they head to Milwaukee to take on the Milwaukee Dutchmen. Should be Herzl Good taking the mound against Con Wuselson in that game in 2 days' time on the 29th. And that is a 3-game series for the Brown Trousers. They, of course, head back to Philadelphia, a short trip back to Pennsylvania tonight, as they welcome the other New York team, Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, for a 3-game series starting tomorrow, with Moose Marsic on the mound taking on Tim Wakefield in that one. A very interesting one to see as that way, as ABH have been coming into their own as well. So two very hot teams, even though New York has been able to cool the fire of the Philadelphia Brown Trousers. Well, that is it for us. I have been talking long enough. That is, we're going to return you to the endless wet jazz that is brought to you only here on Radio WJZ. My name is Scooch Closer. We'll see you next time for more New York Haberdashers baseball. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hats off to you, and hats off to the Dashers.